All right, YouTube people, we are back. We are pruning our second lemon tree. We pruned our first one the other day. This is our second lemon tree. We're going to today, before we start pruning it and removing some of the branches that we don't need to begin it for its journey next year when it wakes up in spring, we want to remove some of these lower leaves so we can actually see the branches. You usually don't want to have these lower leaves here on the main trunk because they'll create more thicker branches. We want it to kind of look like this lime tree over here where we can see the structure of the tree. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna use our the smaller pinchers here for our leaves and just kind of pluck them out. We want this tree not to be a small little tiny baby bonsai tree. We want it to be kind of bigger, but we don't want it to be 20, 30 feet tall and 10, 15 feet wide. We want it to be still shapely, and kind of bigger than our bonsai tree because it'll produce more fruit. But we also kind of want it to be more manageable because we're dealing with a lot of limited space in our backyard. So we want to keep it kind of compact, not too tall. So let's take a look at this tree a little bit closer. So this is the tree. And that's our little baby bonsai in the back. But this is our this is the other lemon tree that we want to prune. So let's go ahead and start plucking off some of these leaves so you can see the structure. All right, some of this is pretty easy. Kind of just pull and get as close as you can. Use sharp scissors. Make sure that they're disinfected. You can use scissors or these pinchers. And the reason we do this is because we want to keep it clean. This takes away from branch development. Leaf development takes away nutrients from branch development. It's common sense, but those of you don't know. And it's actually pretty healthy for the tree to be able to just go through a routine plucking. It's not going to really kill the tree. It's called defoliation. Kind of like how you exfoliate your skin, you're defoliating the tree. Now we go all the way up here. You kind of see that this new branch is coming up here. So right below it, we will cut that off. Looks like that's about pretty good, but I don't know if you can see it, but here, we'll try to zoom in. Right here, we're seeing, let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. You can kind of see that there is a lot going on right there. There is one main branch, a secondary branch coming up. Here, let's see if we can pull that up and see it. Secondary branch coming up. That's this branch right here. And then right there you have another branch, another thicker branch, another branch, another split. So we need to clean this up. Same thing is kind of happening over here. A lot of branches are being shot out from this main branch, which is way too many. So we're gonna try to cut that off and kind of clean it up so we have thicker trunks. Because we're looking 2 to 3 years down the line. We want to be able to see the trunk structure is nice and strong. There's that other view of this cluster of branches coming off. Kind of looks not very good. We want this to be really strong so it can hold something taller. So let me just clean a little bit more up and then we can maybe take a look. Again, we got to be able to clearly see all the way through to be able to know which branches that we want to be able to cut off. So I think that's a good view right there. Let's take a look. What else do we need to? Maybe this one right here. There we go. They're just coming off. It's November. Winter time. It's getting colder, so they're just easily coming off. We've been watering this every day, so sometimes it's hard to get the scissor in there. We might need something sharper. All right, Here's one more leaf over here. I'm gonna take this one off because we don't want to create more and more branches in all different directions. Not this early on. All right. That looks good. That was hard. All right. Same thing down here on this one. We don't want this branch. There you go, it just comes off. Easy, easy. All right. I can kind of see it a little bit better. Here's this branch we don't want. So we'll just tug on it a little bit and pull. Pull and snip. Let's see if we cut it off. There we go. Looks like we still need to go back and clean some of this stuff off because a branch will come off back from there if we don't. Don't want this one either right here. Not a good cut. Okay, not a good cut. We're going to have to go to, that was a little bit thicker. We're going to have to clean it up with some scissors. So a little bit cleaner. Same thing with this branch right here. We don't want that. Again, we don't want this branch here because it's gonna, the branch that comes off of here is gonna go straight in the middle here. It's gonna be a big cluster. We want it to kind of open up. So, let's see. There we go, take that off. Same thing, inward facing ones, we wanna take that off. We don't want that. We don't know if we're gonna keep this branch, but let's just right now just take out some of the leaves that are going inward. Inward towards another branch. Find those, take those off. All right. It's a bit better, kind of like a young man getting a haircut. Same thing with these, see? These two branches are going right into each other, or these two leaves. Don't want that. Again, the idea for this is not to cut off too much because this is the tree that we're gonna let grow and become bigger and stronger. So we just wanna give it a little haircut. Maybe cut off some of those non-essential branches that are just where there's 5 or 6 just coming off of one little endpoint on a main trunk. Okay, so now you can kind of more easily see some of the kind of looking like the lime tree a little bit. Looks cleaner. Next, we're going to select the non-essential branches. So we'll be back in the second video.